going on, man?
Yo, what's happening? What's happening?
Good, bro. Good, man. Yeah, look, sorry about last time, bro, but the sleep got the better of me, man, and I knocked out,
No worries, man. No worries. So it goes sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, boy, you know what? I've got some good information to share with your guests and that with your people. So, anytime you're ready to jump in, man, let's get in with it.
All right. Well, we can just do a little chit chat for like about 5 minutes while people come into the room. I'm gonna see if I can share the show in a few groups. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes. So
how do I share? Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. Boom. See, good. If I can share this in a group as well.
Yeah, man. So I'm actually looking forward to this talk today. The crypto update. I heard you have some interesting news.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely get into some opportunities,
Nice. So I need my notes for this one then.
It would be wise, yeah, definitely.
Yes, most def. So for the listeners out there, get your notes or you can check the replay. But we're gonna get into it very soon. We're talking about the cryptocurrency. So we're taking a look at the crypto financial market options on the table, learning about how we can diversify our bonds in this this sea of madness that's going on in the financial sector right now. So we do have a bubble that just came in. Let's see who this is from. Tabor Texan, welcome. Talk to the people nice.
Howdy, Strope, and oh my goodness, Menace, you're a little hard to hear. Can you turn up your mic? And I'm probably bad to hear too. I'm in a vehicle.
Sure. Oh. All right, I've got that. Let me see. I mean, right.
Well, I guess you sound good from my end, but I'm not sure. Depending on what devices the listeners are using, if they're on a speakerphone, the audio might be a bit low. So, yeah.
Right. Let me see if I can plug in my headphones. Give me a second.
Yeah, that will definitely help for the listeners as well. Thank you, Tabor Texan, for giving us some feedback on the audio there so we can, get things sorted out before we jump straight into it.
Definitely. Sounds like a plan.
So if any of you are interested in trying out this experiment on a cryptocurrency application to mine, let me know. Hit me up on my DMs. It's invite only. The coins that we're talking about in that specific situation, they haven't been launched yet. So they're going to be listed very soon, I heard. One of them later this year. So if you want to get in on it before it actually has a monetary value and the ability to trade, let me know. So we don't know how lucrative these new opportunities will be, but we're trying various things. This one is a no cost investment. So if you're interested in trying that out, just hit me up in my IG, ask me about the crypto app. I'll send you the invite. Crypto B King is setting up here with this audio. So let's give a shout out to who we have in the room. We got Tabor Texan, Leisure, Malika, Hanan, Kashil, and Jack. Hey Kashil, what's happening, bro? I see you in the room. I see you. Come up on the stage, brother. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Just click join and we'll bring you up here. That's if you have time. You know what I'm saying? No pressure. Don't want to put him on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But he's also very well informed about the crypto market. He also does investing with Forex. So if you're interested in learning about that as well, definitely hit up Kashil. I believe he has his IG connected. Yeah, so we got it. We got Kashil.
What's good, brother? Yes. How you guys doing today?
We good, brother. We're good. Just like I talk about some crypto stuff, you know? The crypto market. Options. You get me?
No doubt. Listen, how do I sound now?
You sound perfect, bro. You sound perfect. Your audio is coming through perfect.
Good stuff.
Yes. Tabor Texan, if it sounds good, just give us some claps. Oh, I see some claps and some fires coming through. Yes. All right. Yeah. So let's get into it. Crypto. So how you been doing, brother? Right.
Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, just taking a rough life smooth, as they say. You get me, sir?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, things that get rough out there in this Gideon, you see me? So we have to make sure we look on all options on the table. Cause right now them trying to destroy the financial system. We see that the central banks are you know their days are numbered. So let's talk about some other opportunities out there. What do you have for us today, crypto? What's new with the market right now?
Well, I'll be honest with you, right? This is where I want to start because
okay.
The Federal Reserve today, right, announced that they're going to be raising interest rates in 2023. So it's good news for...
Wait, they announced that today?
Yeah.
Fresh,
so they announced it today that they're going to be raising interest rates in 2023. So you know, for the guys over the pond in America, you guys got a couple of years to prepare. Or let me take those words back. You've got a couple of years before the interest rates rise. My thing is don't wait until 2023. Because when interest rate rise, then you know people with mortgages and various other things, that's when people start losing their shit. And it depends on how high they want to raise the interest rate. Now we already know, or some of us might know, that this coronavirus isn't just a circumstance. It's planned. Yeah, by design.
By design, yes,
absolutely. And I believe it's a lot of nations that's involved with it. Yeah, a lot of the leaders of our nation are involved with it. And don't get surprised if you find out that a couple of people, you know, from America just might get caught up in this big case that's hopefully will go through. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm basically saying is with this financial crisis that's set to happen, it would do us well to position ourselves with other assets. One being cryptocurrency, the others being gold and silver. All right. But just before I go into that, I want to show you how widespread cryptocurrencies is being used at the moment. So, there are roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 countries which are like, these are the main countries that are actually using cryptocurrency. And a lot of these countries people would consider third world, but they're not. But anyway, let's get into it, right? This isn't talking about the first world countries, just the third world. So Nigeria, 32%, Vietnam, 21%, Philippines, 20%, Turkey, 16%, Peru, 16%, Switzerland, 11%, China, 7%, US, 6%, which is surprising. Germany,
could you tell me what the percentage is indicating exactly? I didn't catch that.
Right. Okay. So this is how common is crypto. So this is basically people who own it and people that actually use it. So these are and what is surprising is US is 6%. I expected US to be a lot higher than that. I mean, the leading one right now is Nigeria at 32%. Right, but look, I wouldn't even go by these figures because it just doesn't look and sound right. And England's not on there, so. But what I'm saying is, based on this anyway, we can see how wide cryptocurrency is actually reaching the different countries that's actually using it. Now I've got some more news. Right, based on that.
It's interesting that Nigeria, you know, that the rate is so high. What was that rate in Nigeria again?
32%.
Wow. Yeah. That's higher than I expected. Gonna have to do some more research into that. Yeah.
Absolutely. But check this now. El Salvador, South America, right? The president of El Salvador right now This is what he says. Let me read it. The new law approved by the Legislative Assembly in El Salvador will force all business. Listen, let me repeat that. Will force all business to offer Bitcoin as a payment method, meaning that Salvadorians will have to invest in the necessary technology for their businesses. So that's basically, I mean, all you need is an account. So it's no.
So is it Bitcoin or just cryptocurrency that El Salvador is freeing up, or is it just specifically Bitcoin? Yeah.
Right.
That's my question.
Sure. I'm going to read it because I've got a bit more to add on to it. Right. So let me just continue reading it. So it says, meaning that Salvadorians will have to invest in the necessary technology for their businesses. The president said on social media that the use of the Strike application will be prioritized. Now, this is what the actual leader, the government, the president of El Salvador is actually doing. Not thinking about it, is actually putting it in place as we speak, right?
Yeah.
He is dropping the dollar because they use the US dollar over there, yeah? They are dropping the dollar and they are going to be using what is called the... now, I know they're going to be using the Lightning Network, yeah? Whether they're going to be whether they're going to be using the Lightning coin is a different thing. I got a funny feeling though that they will probably just create their own coin on the Lightning Network. The reason being is because it's literally free to transact on that Lightning Network, and it's cheap. So for them, it makes sense for them to go down that route. So even though they're saying that the shops in El Salvador have to accept Bitcoin, but that's probably just an intermediary until they set up their own cryptocurrency. So El Salvador now is literally, they're going to get rid of the dollar and they're only going to be using cryptocurrencies. Yeah.
What?
So the thing is this development of cryptocurrency being adopted by so many countries, no matter, look, these big guys, they don't like it, but they can't stop it. And when you've got countries like El Salvador, and there's another one which I believe is in South America also, which has been using cryptocurrencies for at least about 3-4 years, right? And it's just slipped my mind. But there are so many countries looking into this, especially countries that are in debt, yeah? Because if you keep using the monetary system, you will always be in debt, yeah? And this is the beauty of cryptocurrency.
The central bank financial system. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, look, I'm talking about cryptocurrency. I don't just invest in this. I invest in gold, silver. I used to mess around with the forex. I kind of stayed away from that now, and I'm kind of focusing with my trades. I'm doing it purely on cryptocurrency because I make more this way, you know.
Wow. Well, you know, you're a living testament to the fact that cryptocurrency is viable. And you can use it to purchase, various things. Even though certain countries are not accepting crypto, there are ways in which you can convert your crypto into currency, right?
Yeah.
So
there you go. Yeah.
So I guess knowledge is power. So I've learned a lot just from even the first conversation we had talking about crypto. So, is there any new developments with any new coins on the market that you want to touch upon before you go in further detail?
All right. So look, there's two technology that I'm very much, I love right now. Yeah. So you've got a cash, which is a coin right now that's out there. So I'm going to be talking about
how you spell that one? Yeah.
AKASH.
Okay.
And the actual website is akash.network. Yeah. You guys can go ahead and make a note of that and check that out a little bit later, but I'll explain it to you anyway. So you've got the cash and you've got helium. And the helium is helium.com. Helium as in the gas helium.
Yeah, I've heard about the helium coin, right? So is that one tradable right now?
It is trading, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So let me know, man. I can break these two down for you guys, you know what I mean? And then next week I'll bring you some more, man. But yo, the stuff that I bring, the stuff I'm bringing is stuff that I'm actually actively investing in. You know what I'm saying?
Right
so,
now. Yeah.
Straight up right now.
Okay, well, definitely I'm gonna take that information and use it to my advantage, you know, because I'm basically just a newbie getting into the crypto market, and I'm realizing that there's so much I've been missing out on. So cryptos, how long have you been investing in cryptocurrency specifically?
Me, since about,
just for the listeners, yeah.
I would say I knew about it since the inception, but never jumped into it. But when I started to buy my first cryptocurrency was 2015, 16, that sort of time.
Okay. So you have a couple years under your belt in terms of the experience and knowing how to maneuver and take advantage of the market itself. So this is knowledge that not very many people are aware of, but I guess everybody, you know, has kind of been realizing that, okay, cryptocurrency kind of seems to be, you know, another avenue that we can use to generate revenue, right? So as somebody is an entrepreneur, you know, I take these things a bit more seriously because, you know, it's about diversifying your fund, and all of us can use these avenues to our advantage. You know, it's just that most of us are not aware of it. So I didn't know about, you know, the viability of crypto until maybe earlier this year. And I met Cryptos on this app, and he's breaking it down to me, showing me that, bro, you can use cryptocurrency and buy a fucking MacBook Pro if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my head back was blown when he told me about that. So, you know, I was just like, what? But yeah.
Well, I'm gonna, we might blow something else today, Carl. Trust me. What I'm coming with is big.
Oh, you got something good for the listeners. That's great. I hope everybody here is enjoying the conversation. If you have any questions about any cryptocurrency that you have for Crypto B King right here, just pop a bubble. You know what I'm saying? Drop a message. Join the conversation. Let us know what's on your mind regarding this cryptocurrency. Do you think it's viable? Do you think it's not? What do you think is happening with the change in the shift in the paradigm, going from the central bankers, you know, the central banking system, to a decentralized banking system, quantum financial system? You know, many new opportunities are popping up right now based on the technologies that are available to us. So, you know, keep your minds open towards, you know, just the possibilities, you know, because anything is possible with what's coming.
Straight up and down, man.
All right. Without further ado, go ahead, Crypto.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with Helium Network, right? Oh, sorry, helium.com.
All right, cool.
So what Helium is a people-powered network. Now, the first thing that caught my attention was people power, because I'm all into people power. I think we as the people should have the power. Not the governments, not the leaders, we the people, because we created them, right? So without going into law and the structure of law, you know. Yeah. But anyway,
but so anything which point for them, for real. Because this is something I'm interested now, because it's like, if there's honorable people that, you know, are supporting the system, that are building the system, that are the founders of this so-called cryptocurrency that we're looking on today, which is, well, right now, which is Helium. We're going to look on some others later. You know, it's very interesting to find that, you know, that actually makes a difference in how you feel about the currency itself, you know? Because as you said, we the people are supporting this currency. So, you know, tell us some more about Helium, because I'm interested. Okay,
so the people powered network, that's basically what it is. And all it is basically a network, just like your telephone, whether you're with T-Mobile or, you know, every country got their own name labels for different networks that you can go to, right? But this is what it's actually creating. It's creating a network that can transfer information, yeah? And this network can transfer anything from audio to to digital, to pictures, to music. It's an internet, and they're creating their own internet, which is people powered. And the reason it's people powered is right. The reason it's people powered is all the internet is just servers which are strategically placed, you know, everywhere, right? In cities, in different countries, and it's all connected by wires, fiber optic cables, which, believe it or not, has been run. Actually, you know, there was a ship that actually drawed the cable from one country, it goes underneath the seabed, but this wiring technology has been done, like, gosh, when I've done my course on Cisco, I think they said it was there like 70, 80 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So it's like this wire's been there for a long time. But so the way it is that it's run by these fiber optic cables now, right? And so that's all it is. It just connects one server, one computer with another, and that's how information is transferred, and that's what the World Wide Web is. But they're creating their own, and what they're giving you is this small little device, no bigger than a router, that you actually, you know, you give it some power, and it's only 12 watts, very small power consumption, and it's and you connect it to your router, and you just leave the damn thing. And what it does, it mines these helium tokens, HNT. Now, currently, today, I think the last time I checked earlier on today, it was at about $13, but it went all the way up to $13, but it went all the way up to $20. So, and the
More
potential for it to go higher. The potential for it to go higher is there. So let me just explain. At the moment now, currently, people are actually with these boxes, they're mining between, say, 3 to 7 a day, right, of these HNT tokens. Over a period of a month, some people are making upwards from $2,000 to $4,000 a month, depending on your location, right? Because
so you're saying that, just let me get this straight. You're saying that you purchased this device, because I'm just trying to break it down for the listeners who may not be familiar with all these crypto stuff, right? So you buy this device that enables you to mine this helium currency, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And then once you set it up and you have it mining now, you would basically be able to convert some of the currency that you're mining to actual dollars, right?
Yes, you can, sir. If you choose to.
Okay, so you can't, but you can do other things as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Please go ahead. Yeah, I was just clarifying, you know.
Sure. So this is the reward. This is one of the rewards they give you for building this people power network, because this device becomes the server that connects with other devices. So the more devices in the area is the more connection. You know, like with your mobile phone, if you go to certain areas, you haven't really got much reception because they haven't got any telephone masts in that particular area, right?
Well, it's like a network that you're setting up, basically.
Exactly. So you're going to be earning from the HNT tokens, which will go up in value over time. That's the first thing. The second thing is the network that you're creating is actually helping devices. So when we're talking about the devices and things, in actual fact, it's called the Internet of Things, IoT. So they're powering the Internet of Things. So what that is things like fridges nowadays are connected to the internet. So they'll be able to use the people power network. You've got driverless cars now, which is getting big. That will be able to use the people's power network, because it will be able to navigate to different areas using this network as a secondary usage. So rather than just using a satellite signal that we've been using GPS for how many years, this is an alternative.
Okay, so you can get off the grid, basically, in a sense.
Right. So literally, the people who are us, who actually have one of these devices, become shareholders in a people's network. Now, what is powerful about this?
You say we become shareholders? Yeah, explain that. Explain that a bit more.
I'll tell you why. Because not only you're going to be earning from the HNT, but also the companies that come on board. And as we speak, they've probably got like 10 companies that's already signing up to use the network. You'll be getting a share of what they pay to use the network. We as the holders will be getting paid a share of that revenue that the company takes. Yeah. So we become literal shareholders. So not only are you going to be earning from the HNT, you also earn from the companies, and that will just increase the companies that's actually planning to use this. Now, let me just go, before I go in, there's one bad thing I will say about this, and this is something that they actually brought on the other day. From a business perspective, I suppose it makes sense, but I'm more for a, you know, the 5G network type of stuff I don't mess around with. Yeah. Now, these devices don't use 5G, or the ones that you can buy the 5G, or you can just buy the radio waves. And in actual fact, that's what it uses. It uses radio waves. Yeah. And we've been using radios for God knows how long. Do you know what I mean? And it hasn't done us no damage. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's less risky, I believe, than any 5G tower or you know, pushing out that 5G stuff.
The 5G thing is a bit it's a sensitive topic, right? So I do have a bit of information about that, and it is connected to the whole Internet of Things network, as you're saying, that they've been trying to set up. You know, Tom Wheeler, the former FCC chairman, you know, if you watch some of his old speeches where he was bragging about it before they tried to roll it out, so there's a clear and present danger with that. But some of the networks that are being set up on these cryptocurrency applications could take advantage of 5G networks. It's just that right now, the 5G thing, it's they kind of threw a wrench in the works of that. It hasn't been deployed all over the world as they had expected, because there was a massive pushback last year, and of course you know about that, because it was all tied into the whole what they call it now. Yes, the magnetoprotein.
The scientific term.
Well, that's the colloquial, you know, funny term we're calling it right now, you know, to skip around the algorithms. You get me?
Yes. Of course. All
right. So let's dive back into the crypto when you're ready.
Yeah. So you know, I mean, look, they're saying that you can. I think they're saying that you can use your mobile device to actually mine helium as well with the 5G. But you know, that's not for me. I will stick with the radio waves, and they're giving you a choice, so you can use one or the other.
Okay, so they have models for both the newer 5G capable networks, and they have ones that are operating on the existing 4G networks, basically.
Well, it's not even 4G, it's radio waves, which is completely different. So this is literally, you know, I don't know, like,
it's EMFs. It's EMFs. Radio waves are considered EMFs. All of them are considered EMFs. It's just the type of EMF that kind of makes it different. So when you say radio waves, that indicates to me that it's operating at a specific frequency within the radio wave range. You get me? But I don't know much about this particular device, so I'm gonna sit back and let you educate me. Big up.
Sure. No worries, man. Yeah, man. So I mean, so that's the actual network itself, right? It's a people powered thing. So this is, for me, this is one big thing that I actually said, you know what, I like what these people are doing. Yeah. You get rewarded by the HNT, you get rewarded by the companies that jump on and use the actual network, and they pay Helium, and then Helium gives us a percentage of that payment. So that's all good. Also, and it gives you a map. So when everybody that has one of these devices, if you can go down to the view network map, and it actually gives you a map of all the devices that's actually on the network, and it's growing, and it's only been going for like 2 years. I think its inception was November 2019, and at the moment, currently, they have 59,625 hotspots, which are currently mining HNT, and that number's only going to grow.
Yeah,
that number's only going to grow. So, you know what? Let me just, while I'm here, man, because one of the things is, you know, I've been looking to see if they got anything over there in the Caribbean, and the closest one that I found was the Cayman Islands. Right?
Not surprising that it's on Cayman, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah. You got some, you know, you got some rich dude that's probably left the US and decided to retire in the Caymans. But,
yeah, I mean, the infrastructure over there is set up for the financial district, so you know, to find that they have that over there, I'm not surprised that it's the closest Caribbean country to Jamaica that has one. Yeah.
That's right.
If anybody would have one, it would be Cayman. You get me? Yeah.
Well, saying that, right?
Or it would be
Santo, what's this?
Domingo?
Yeah, Santo Domingo. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many do they have? 6 of them. Shit. Wow.
They got 6 there. So, Pete, listen, the word's getting around, man. You got another island just below them. Which one's this? What's this?
I mean, that news with El Salvador that you mentioned earlier, that kind of blew my brain, because I was just like, wait, what? They're converting? It's like, oh my God, they're gonna drop their currency completely. You need to take a look at what's happening in their government as well, just so that I can get some bearings on the situation, the geopolitical dynamics of what's happening over there. But that is freaking interesting, man. That is wow.
And let me tell you something, right? He's getting a lot of pushback from a lot of the financial guys in the US by saying that he's committing financial suicide by not using the US dollar and now creating a cryptocurrency. And he's basically he's putting 2 fingers up and saying, I don't give a shit what you're saying. I'm doing this thing. I'm actually doing it. So it's power to the people, man.
Bankers in America are upset.
Right. You know, and the what they call the IMF?
The central bankers, yeah. Oh my IMF. God. Yeah, those guys, you definitely need to keep an eye on them. They're notorious for their deception, their deceptive financial tactics. So
Absolutely. So that is the actual network, right? So Helium is creating a network. Now I've got another one for you, a cache.
Okay.
Now
a cache, yes, you mentioned that earlier.
So what a cache is creating data centers, but not your. Do you know what a data center is?
Yeah, it's like a big housing area where like it has a lot of servers and stuff that transmit and transfer data. Yeah, I have a general idea. You get me? I'm no IT expert or security expert or anything like that, but yeah.
Sure. Well, this is my
the telecom industry. That much I know. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, TNT, I mean, this is. That's right. So this is my area of expertise.
Hold on. Before you go on, wasn't it a data center that I'm not sure which state this was, but it happened sometime around last year, Thanksgiving. There was some explosion. People were talking about this minivan that had some explosives. I don't remember which state that was, but I think it was a data center that was very close by that seemed to have been involved in that. But yeah, go ahead.
You know why that happened, right?
You remember that one?
Yeah. That was during the lockdown COVID time, and all of a sudden this big explosion, and
Yes. What the fuck was that all about? It was right beside some fucking data center too. But yeah, that's just another data point to segue. But please go back to the cryptos.
Sure. So the cache, right? So what this is doing is creating, rather than just having designated data centers, this is making everybody become one big massive data center. Yeah. Now, what data centers are, as you said, they service telephones, they service different things. For instance, if you wanted a virtual private server, or server in the cloud, as they call it, also. you can go to a company that has servers in their data center, and they will give you what you want. You know what I mean? So let's say you wanted 1 terabyte of hard drive space, 4 processors, X amount of memory, whatever you want, they can give it to you. But what these people are doing is they're giving you buy the actual PC, yeah, that will come with like 1 terabyte hard drive. You can buy different specs, and then all you do again is plug it in your house and leave it, yeah. And that device will mine AKT. Now, currently AKT is around about $3.50, yeah. So with this device, you're gonna be, you just leave the damn thing, leave it plugged in, and you're creating a service.
Wow. So you're mining like $3. How much AKT do you mine per day with this device? Do you know the rate? Like the 24-hour rate?
To be quite honest, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, that's a technical question, so it's no big deal. But I was just curious. That's why I asked.
Yeah, no. The only reason, to be quite honest, this information is probably out there. I just haven't looked in to see how much they're actually, how much people are mining. Yeah, because I haven't actually ordered one of these units yet. I've ordered the HELIUM, but I haven't ordered this. But
you got the HELIUM one already? Shit.
Nah, bro, man. Listen, there's a 4 month. No, I haven't got it yet, man. There's a 4 month waiting.
But you ordered it. You put in your order. Okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I got about 5 of them babies.
Finish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got about 5 of them babies on order, man. So, and I'll just put them in different houses, different locations, and just let them do what they're doing, you know. You see, the way that I look at this stuff, right, it's an end game for me. Yeah, my plan is to exit out of what I would consider being the belly of the beast. Yeah, and I'm maybe making my way back to the Caribbean beyonds, like the Jamaica. Yeah, or I might even look at Africa. You understand me? But wherever I'm located, is for me is to get back to nature, to get away from all of this development and all. And if just put me in the bush, give me my zinc yard, and I'm a tool foul and good. I mean, I'm happy, my friend. You understand?
Well, you have to have the means before you can do that. So you're setting up yourself to become, how do we say, like financially independent in a way where you can do what you want. If you want to go live out in a bush, you can go do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not have to worry about certain other things. You get what I'm saying?
And when I said the zinc yard, I'm just joking, but I'm talking about building a house with solar, digging a well for water, having animals, growing my my vegetables, my yam, whatever I want, and I don't have to. Listen, not even I'm not going to be paying electricity. I'm not paying no water, nothing. Literally self-sufficient.
It's living off of nature. Yeah,
that's me. All
in
day.
Balance. Never.
Yeah. So with all of these stuff that I'm investing in now, is to set me up for that later on, and that's my end game. So even though this cryptocurrency long term, the government will take it over and they will use it for their benefit, and they will enslave us again through this system because it's possible. Yeah?
They will try.
Absolutely.
They will always try.
Yeah, but while it's young, my advice to everybody now would be jump on board, man. Just make as much as you can before they lock the thing down. Well,
yeah. And you've been investing in various cryptocurrencies for quite some time, years, so definitely there's an advantage of getting on the whole bandwagon before the official, everybody's on it, you know what I'm saying? Because then you have an early start, you have an advantage, you have a heads up, and if you have a little information, you can use it to your advantage to generate more revenue than the average person would. just by knowing a few more things about how to, make the market work for you, these devices.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
definitely, I appreciate you sharing the information about Akash and what was it, Helium? Yes.
Yeah.
Those two coins. So that's on my radar now. Definitely going to be checking out the two websites you mentioned. Could you mention them again for the listeners, please?
No way. So Akash Network, so that's akash.network, and then it's helium.com is the second one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So check those websites out if you like what you see. Try it out.
Straight up, man. Straight up. So I'm open if anyone's got any questions, man. I'm open.
Yeah, we're gonna open up the question and answer section now. So if you guys have any questions about cryptocurrency in general, we're here. This is an open talk, open communication. I'm here in Jamaica, Crypto B King, Menace to Supremacy, right? The original Menace to Supremacy is over here in UK, dropping some real gems on the cryptocurrency right now. So definitely, if you have any questions, take advantage of his wealth of knowledge and his experience in this market. I can tell you definitely from personal experience, from my conversation with him, I had to go back and listen it a second time because it was like, wow, there was some profound information that I was just not aware of because, I had a mental block against the whole cryptocurrency market, in a sense. You get me? So you figure what you don't understand, but once you understand it, make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? Diversify your bond revenue. So Tabor Texan, we got a message here from Tabor. Let's see what he has to say. Talk to the people nice.
Hey, man, I think y'all are sharing some good knowledge. Just wanted to chime in. I've been in the space about as long as Crypto King there, or Menace, is what I can see.
Nice.
But people need to, at least U.S. citizens that are paying U.S. taxes, each time they transact, that's a taxable event. So anyway, kind of dampered my trading after I realized that I'm giving 50% to the government of any profit I made. So the way to help avoid that, you can't evade it, but hold it over a year and then sell. So anyway, curious as into y'all's hold times, what you're turning, and you just gave us your...
Oh, the last part got cut off, Tabor. It's like a 1 minute limit. So if you could add on to that, let us know, just to clarify your question. But definitely, I think he was asking about the turnover.
Yeah, the
Something
tax
about that.
implications. Which is a stickler for a lot of people. It's not just you guys in the US. Over here in the UK, I think it's like 40%. The thing is, this is where you have centralized and decentralized exchanges. Now, obviously, you would need to buy cryptocurrency first, but even that, there are sites out there. I think it's localbitcoin.com, for instance, and what that is just basically, you meet up somebody who wants to sell their cryptocurrency, and then you just make the transaction in a cafe or in McDonald's or anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Or if you don't want to go down that route, there are Bitcoin cash machines. Now, I do know they've got some over here in the UK. I'm sure they will have it in the US, where you put your money in, and it's a cash machine. You put your money in, and you get your Bitcoins out. Once you've got one cryptocurrency, you can exchange that for anyone and get yourself back in the system. And then once you've got that, then you can then make all your exchanges on a decentralized exchange, and you've got many out there. So, yeah. You see, this whole thing about taxing something that they didn't create is actually robbery, daylight robbery. So the fact is unless you sell it back into fiat currency, that's when they can really get you, the IRS, right? But the fact is, if you use your cryptocurrency to make purchases, they really can't tax you. Plus,
okay, so that's part of the. Okay, all right, I'm learning.
And just to add on as well, there are people that's known to sort of just kind of lose their cryptocurrency. Do you know what I mean? You lost your password, for instance, or you can't find
the wallet,
the wallet password for your wallet. There are people that mysteriously got hacked. And what can the IRS people say about that? I mean, the truth is yo, you bought these things to hold, right? And it got hacked. I'm sorry, Mr. IRS man. I got hacked. Oh, okay. That's it. Because the wallet, each different wallet that you send it to, yeah. There's your name's not connected to it. It's just a number, hexadecimal number. So the fact is, they can't link it to anybody unless you say yes. That is my wallet. So
Okay, I see. So what are some of the wallet apps that are out there right now? Could you name a few?
Yeah, I mean, you've got, I use cold storage. Cold storage simply means that it's not on the actual, nobody else owns it, for instance. So, MetaMask was created by a developer. So MetaMask is one wallet. You got Trust Wallet. There's loads out there. And I do use MetaMask, but I mainly keep all my main assets on a Trezor, which is like a USB device that you plug in. You can store your stuff there.
Okay, so that's just for like additional security for your crypto accounts, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, you sound very experienced in this game. I'm nowhere near that level. I'm still playing around with like some free crypto mining apps for coins that haven't launched yet. You get what I'm saying? I haven't invested any of my blood, sweat, or tears into any of the cryptocurrency as yet. The only thing I've invested is time learning about it. And so far I would say it's time well spent. Now we do have a few messages that are coming in right now, so seems the listeners have something to say. Tabor Texan, talk to the people nice.
Yeah, to finish up, I was just going to say crypto has kind of already given us his end goal. And anyway, he's sharing right now, but person to person, for somebody that's in and out and actually trying to cover different coins in different markets and strike prices and sell prices, you really have to pay attention to it, because I'm not picking on Crypto King, but what he is suggesting is could be considered evading tax. And I'm not a financial guru. This is not for anybody's advice. All the disclosures necessary. I'm not a professional in this field. Anyway, keep it up, guys. Anyway, always looking for good content, and y'all are providing it.
Thank you, Tabor, and we appreciate your feedback, bro. The constructive criticism is always welcome in this chamber. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So let's get some more of these messages over here. You have anything to say, Crypto? Before I pop the next one?
Yeah. Just to say that the tax system is created on the monetary system. That is what the taxing system is. And it goes all the way back to the Bible, when there's a scripture in the Bible where it says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, give unto God what is God's, right? So that whole taxing system is a monetary system. Cryptocurrency is nothing to do with fiat currency. It is a completely different currency. And it's what the people believe in. For instance, and I've used this as an example, if we found value in pebbles, could the IRS actually say, well, do you know what, we want to push a portion of sales from those pebbles, which was on Earth in the first place anyway? I'm just saying, look, as long as you are receiving fiat currency for that transaction, then you have a right to pay Caesar, because back in the days it was Caesar's head on the coin. Today it's whoever else it is. But if you're not converting it to fiat currency, then you don't own anything to Caesar, and that's the bottom line of it.
And I think we should make the distinction between the decentralized banking system versus the decentralized blockchain, which is what most of the cryptocurrencies are using. So it's a totally different technology, and yes, central bankers are trying to get in on it, and they are trying to, so I guess that's why when we're talking about the situation with El Salvador earlier, it was kind of interesting, because it's like you see that the central bankers in the US do not want them to have this whole crypto, like a national cryptocurrency, because then they would be moving off of the central banking system, which has enslaved them for so long. So,
may I add, right?
Yes.
El Salvador, currently today, they have, and check this, 0 taxes on cryptocurrencies, which means if you wanted to sell your cryptocurrency in El Salvador today, you can take their US dollars and you're not required to pay any tax. Now, that sounds like a really good leader to me.
Definitely. I second that. So with that, let's hear from the streets. We got 2 messages in the chamber. If you have any questions about crypto, now is the time. We're in the discussion section. So let's pop this.
Yeah, peace. I missed some, but I heard it on the Hacked. And just anyway, there's always going to be an in and out on fiat somewhere, and that's your money trail. Whether it be whatever source you convert your fiat to crypto in. That's where the KYCs come in, and I don't know any exchanges anymore that will allow you to trade without a KYC. If you know of some, please let me know.
Okay, so he brings up an interesting point about the KYC. So could you elaborate for like the listeners who don't know what a KYC is? Just explain to them before you go in detail to answer Tabor Texan's question.
KYC simply is know your customer. So it's where you literally, when you sign up to a website, you're given your name, your address, and personal information. So it's to do with money laundering. So the government created a system to say that each company is responsible for the clients or customers that they have on board and using their services, and they hold the company responsible for taking KYC of each customer that they have. But again,
so it's to prevent like fraud, basically.
Fraud and money laundering, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And let me add, the biggest money launderers are the damn government. But I'm not going to go into that. But let me just say, look, you've got those are centralized exchanges. Today, the amount of people I actually saw this a few months ago. The amount of people and money being and not money. When I say money, we're talking about cryptocurrency value in fiat currency, right?
Yeah.
Was something like, like 9 billion compared to centralized exchanges, which is only something like 2.5 billion. And that's because people are leaving in droves centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges. And you wanted to know, what is a decentralized exchange, right? Okay, so you've got places like, right, so you've got, I'm going to give you a list, right? I think that would be easier.
Well, it's blockchain technology that they're using for, the technology I'm familiar with, that they're using for the back end of these decentralized exchanges. It's to provide more security. Essentially, you can't change anything in the decentralized database. You can attempt to, but because there's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, it's virtually impossible to corrupt the database, which is what I understand in terms of a security aspect with blockchain technology, which is what cryptocurrencies use, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, yeah, and what it is, the encryption of cryptocurrencies is one of the highest, or sorry, not one of, it is the highest encryption. So in terms of like hacking or corrupting, it's virtually impossible, But so let me just answer that last person's question, right? So you wanted to know about decentralized exchanges. Now I'm on this website called CoinMarketCap, yeah. So just from this list here, and I'm going down the list, I'm just going to stroll all the way down to the bottom of the decentralized exchanges, right? And oh my god, it goes from pages 1 to 73. And there's 73 exchanges. It's 1 to 73 and 77. Yeah, so there's currently 75 different exchanges that you can go onto now and completely anonymously exchange cryptocurrencies.
Okay, that is quite interesting. So the decentralized exchanges, I'm definitely gonna ask you to hit me up with that info off air so I can take a look at that. And do some further research. But we have 4 messages in the chamber. Let's pop a few.
Blessings, everyone. I hope you're all well. Topic: cryptocurrency. Oh, okay. I see the way you broke it down. Questions and answers. Business, finance, and crypto. Do you mind if I can jump up on the panel in about 5 minutes? Let me know.
Sure, you're welcome. We're in the discussion section of the panel, so we're happy to take guests at this time. Just send a request to join, and we'll accept you. No problem. If anybody else wants to join at this time, please go ahead. We're gonna pop through the next few messages. We got a witness from the Real Politic group. Talk to the people, nice.
Great topic, guys. Great topic. I was curious to know what you guys think about the Chinese cracking down heavily on its citizens that are still doing some form of crypto mining.
Ooh, wow, I wasn't aware of the cracking down, but definitely come through with some more information to elaborate on that. Please.
I know exactly what he's talking about. So let me break that down for you, right? China's been trying to ban cryptocurrencies since 2014, I believe it is, since 2014. They've been on and off trying to attack cryptocurrencies since then, right? So the thing is this. China has the biggest mining power in terms of mining Bitcoin. What that simply means is they're the ones that they've got all the hardware equipment, and they have been mining Bitcoin since, you could say, near enough the inception of Bitcoin. What it is, China, because of, and I think it's connected partly to, the whole world now is trying to get green, and they're trying to, the thing that the government will attack first, because they bring out so much pollution out of China, it's unreal. But because it's easy to crack down on Bitcoin, because the government doesn't like the fact that people are actually breaking away from their yen and using other currencies as a way of transactions and stuff like that. So it's easy to attack something which they can't control. However, I want to also add that China is actually they're actually going to be a country that's going to create their own cryptocurrency, and that's been publicized. They're talking about it in the news already. So there's a double-edged sword to this thing.
They just don't want the citizens mining. That's
they don't
basically
want the citizens mining. Yeah. And because each country's got to lower their greenhouse emissions by 2020, whatever the date is. So they're just looking at the easiest things, and what they're trying to do is, we're going to attack Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. That's all it is. But they've been attacking cryptocurrencies from way back, because you've got to understand, it's a communist country and it's all about control. And the minute you've got a currency that can affect their yen, the government ain't going to like that shit. All right?
Facts. All right, we have some more bubbles from you. You want me to just pop these two and get them out of the way?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, man.
All right.
That's very interesting with the KYC wars. People have taken that very, very seriously. And there are workarounds to avoid KYC in Bitcoins. And people are using multiple wallets to prevent them from being tracked as well. So there's a lot of movements in the anti-KYC camp.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. So I'd like to know more about that. We can probably do some more talk about the anti-KYC, the anti-KYC movement, because that interests me. I'd like to know more about that in another show, definitely. Or if you can elaborate later down in this show, please. But let's get through some more. Because we got 2 more, and then we're fully caught up.
The current fiat market exchange, or otherwise known as foreign exchange and forex, is a $6 trillion US market. So imagine the projection for cryptocurrencies that can be achieved as probably 10 times that, 5 times that. Just depends on how it's governed in the future.
Yeah. So I think that's why it's important we get involved now, so we can direct, how this new financial market,
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, get involved. Don't stay on the sidelines. Oh, we got Tabor Texan. Talk to the people, nice.
Reinforcing Crypto King, absolutely. Once you have converted your fiat into crypto, so long as you keep it in crypto, and especially cold storage is my preference when not actively in use. But he's speaking some wisdom. If you don't mind playing a little risky.
Sometimes you have to beat them at their own game, Tabor Texan. So they've been putting a lot of risks on us. So what's a little give or take?
And you know what? I just want to say, is it Tabor Texan? On the last show that Tabor Texan, sorry. On the last show that I done with Researcher, I actually shared 2 websites that you can buy stuff without converting it to fiat currency, right? One of them is purse.io, and the other one's called Shopper. Is it Shopper.io, right? And these are, Amazon, for instance, you can use purse.io and buy anything you want on Amazon. So it's easy.
Wow.
Plus, a lot of stores are now accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment. Yeah. So the thing is, there are more pluses for us using cryptocurrency now than there is, not pluses then. That's not the word, but you know what I mean.
I get you. Like, the advantages of us using it are better. It far outweighs the disadvantages of getting involved right now. So we're caught up on Bubbles to a witness. I'm gonna hand over the floor to you as the guest here. Do you have anything to say on crypto? Bless the people with some knowledge.
Yeah, man. I've lost like I've been discussing with you on the chat channels. I've lots of experience when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Some good, some bad. The bad one probably, which I'm still stuck in now, is probably relying on mining contracts in China instead of having the physical devices in-house here in the UK, which is a pain in the ass to deal with in terms of legal battles. But I've managed to get half of my cryptocurrencies back on. The whole KYC side of things plays a key role, because when you think about it, if you have fiat currency coming in from whatever business that you do, and you want to transfer of wealth without detection of identity, becomes a problem, right? Because anywhere you go with fiat currency at the moment requires KYC, and some of them that don't even do KYC. It doesn't make sense, $100, $200 a day. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with. And the other thing I was going to ask Crypto King was, you remember back in the beginning of the days where they had crypto ATMs. So do you think the crypto ATMs will come back and be more prevalent as the anti KYC things become more heated?
That's a hard question, man. The thing is, I think they still do have a couple left over here in the UK, but I reckon they are gonna try to sort of phase them out. But again, the thing is this, right? If you really want to get cryptos in your hand without going through an exchange, it's pretty much you still can do it. There is. I think it's called localbitcoin.com is one place. And do you know what? I'm gonna do some research into that just to see how possible is it.
You know what I mean? Because the safest way was these deposit ATMs, right? You just have them in the corner of the store. You can send anyone in. Boom, boom. They put the cash deposit in. Although the fees were high, but at least you didn't need no bank cards, no ATMs, nothing electronically that can trace you back to the thing.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what? This might sound really kind of long-winded, right? But for instance, El Salvador right now, 0 taxes. Yeah. So let's say you have a company that you register in El Salvador, right? Now, obviously they're gonna want some taxes, but it's nothing compared to I don't know what country you're in, but in America or England the taxes are just crazy.
The UK is what at 45. I mean, who wants to pay for a 45% tax bracket? I don't know what we're gonna have in the reforms. Because I was in finance in the UK for a long time. So post Brexit, we still have to wait for the financial reforms in the country itself, and taxation is going to be one part of it as well. I think the key variant for the UK, especially, right, is going to be whether we keep the European passporting system, right, the freedom of movement of financial institutions to do business without much KYC amongst themselves, right? If that happens, then we sort of it's challengeable for the masses to not do KYC as well. But if they bring down post Brexit, then it's a nightmare, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good evening, brother.
Welcome, Einstein Papa. Big up. It's greetings from Jamaica. We have a panel here from Jamaica and the UK. Where are you from, Einstein Papa?
I'm in the UK.
You're in the UK as well.
Yeah.
All right, big up. Welcome to the panel, bro. Do you have something to add to the crypto discussion? Yes.
All right, hold up. Let me just put my seat. So right now crypto is everywhere. Just some few things that I just want to all the listeners who are listening. I'm pretty sure everybody's kind of like trying to get in on where the milk is at, where the milk and honey is flowing. In terms of the cryptocurrency. I personally, my portfolio, I got a couple of cryptocurrencies which I think maybe people can also tune their minds to. I believe that the crypto world is all about information. So the more information you have,
yes, I agree.
Crypto, the more likely that you're going to make some gains on it. A lot of people get into crypto without even knowing what is behind the coin that you're buying or the crypto that you're buying. So like for example, I talk about recent ones and the ones that have a great potential right now. So I don't know about if you heard of the Algorand cryptocurrency.
How do you spell that one?
ALGO.
ALGO, no.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with it. Maybe crypto and Awisness. Are you guys familiar with that one?
Yes, I'm kind of familiar with that one. So are some other coins as well. But this is the next thing I wanted to bring into discussion with Crypto King and yourself, right? if you look at the markets carefully, like I do every day, when Bitcoin collapsed, that's when you're seeing the grand rise of these meme coins, which stand basically for nothing. But people love to speculate on this and actually make a killing on it, right? So if you remember, AquaGold was nearly done, like bankrupt done. And all of a sudden, right, if you only had $500 or if you only had £500 and you were willing to risk that money 2 weeks prior to it actually potentially going bust and potentially losing all your money. But if you did that, you'll be sitting on £8.2 million today.
Oh shit! Shit!
So that whole sell me a dream, get rich quick with meme coins is actually bringing in a lot of masses that previously were not involved in cryptocurrency, just for this win the lottery type of thing. You know what I mean? I'm in Vegas, roll the dice.
Yeah. Especially with Doge, SafeMoon, and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. I think
I've been hearing about SafeMoon. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. Yeah, shoot.
No, I was saying that I've been hearing about SafeMoon. A lot of people have been saying that they've been making it's quite lucrative. You know.
Well, with SafeMoon, I always say people need to be careful because for me, I mean, I know majority of the cryptocurrencies move on hype, especially the ones that has no technology behind them. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're gonna jump in with a huge cash amount, you need to be like very, very careful, especially right now. Hype right now. However, the developers of the SafeMoon they brought in the system of taxation. So what happens is if you buy SafeMoon and let's say you're making for whichever transaction, because it has no technology that backs it. So because it has no technology that backs it, they tax whatever transaction that is being done on it. And then what they do is they kind of like they call it reflection. That's the name they've given to it. So they tax it and then use that tax to form some sort of like a leverage or something, but based on whoever holds more of it. So for me, that's what I'm saying. It's a hype. If you're gonna jump in, I have no problem with it, but you have to be like very careful because you could jump in and then it crash, and then you have to like wait, especially when you buy in at a high price because you don't know there's no technology behind it. So on the long term, I don't advise SafeMoon, but on a short term, like a day-to-day trading kind of thing, if you in with huge cash, you can make some gains on it. But right now, for now, the one that I would advise people you can get some is Algo. And the reason why I'm saying Algo is Algo today I'm talking about today they put up I think a $2 million dollar worth of I think a transaction negotiation or contract between them and one other company. So that also aside, the cryptocurrency exchange Exodus they brought out a statement I think last week that they're planning to tokenize their shares so instead of going IPO like Coinbase did. You know, Coinbase was hyped. They went on the stock market and the price went high and then it tanked. So anybody who bought like high right now kind of like they have to like wait. So because of that, what they're doing is majority of the crypto exchanges are going in the form of they tokenize their shares and then they sell it out as cryptocurrency based on whichever currency that they go with. So Exodus, they've announced that they're going to tokenize their shares and the worth of it is about $75 million US. So now what does it mean? And they're planning on buying it on the Algorand platform or the cryptocurrency and protocol. So if you hold Algorand now, let's say if you hold a couple of thousand $200, whichever amount that you can buy now. If you buy and you hold, in the next, I'm pretty sure, maybe coming months, they will announce it and they will make that purchase of $75 million. And $75 million can really do a lot in terms of the value of the coin and the price.
Yes, exactly. Similar to what Elon did when he pushed up the price of Bitcoin in a few weeks. So thank you so much for adding that, Einstein Papa. This is some of the information people need to know to take advantage of the market. I want you to elaborate further. I'm not cutting you, but I wanna get this message out the chamber here. We've got Valley Girl here. This came in at 4:08. Talk to the people, nice.
Shout out to researchers. Shout out to Menace. Shout out to all.
Yes, big up.
Currency. I'm just gonna say, buy more Bitcoin. Buy some Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu.
You are.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to just pick up from where I left off, just to chip in one other thing. Just that I got a lot of information to offload. So one other thing that I'd say, I'm pretty sure you guys know, tomorrow is the day that Shiba Inu goes live on Coinbase Pro. You know that?
I'm not familiar with Coinbase Pro, but because I'm new to the game. But the OGs beside me right here, Crypto B King and a witness, I'm sure they're aware of Coinbase Pro. So you guys can add to that, please.
Well, no, I mean Coinbase Pro is literally a centralized exchange, but I didn't know that Shiba Inu is gonna actually get listed on Coinbase. Yeah, but that's to be quite honest, that will push up the price. So you know what, I might check the price now, and then bag me some, and just sell it once it rises. The thing is this, isn't it a NFT? Is it an NFT token?
So basically what they're doing is they did say about NFTs and stuff, but I think just the mention of it and the fact that Coinbase is giving it credibility. You see, that was what they were looking for. So Shiba Inu is, like they said, a cryptocurrency that was created as a Dogecoin killer. However, it started out pretty good, but what happened was it got killed midway by Vitalik. That's the developer, one of the developers of the
Ethereum.
So what happened was the developers of the Shiba Inu, and Shiba Inu runs on the Ethereum network that was how it was created, but they dumped a huge amount of Shiba Inu onto Vitalik's address, because mostly he's been known not to tamper with coins, so that they don't fluctuate. But then he did the opposite this time around. So he took all the money for whatever reason, and he just dumped the whole money as a charity. Now, the moment he did that, it flooded the system with too much Shiba Inu, and it started crashing. But here's a case. I thought people were gonna just let it go, but people still held on, because people got in. There was one guy who bought Shiba Inu for $17, and he sold Shiba Inu for $5.9 million.
Wow! Hold
on. Let me clarify this, right? Because at the moment, let me see what the all-time high was on Shiba Inu. Because at the moment, right, so the all-time high was fractions of a cent. But you said he bought it for what?
$17.
What? You're talking about $17 what?
US dollar. $17. He bought it. I don't even know what price that he bought it, but it was big news everywhere. And when I started and I went to do my research, I said, "You better be kidding me! That's the best investment I've ever heard in my entire life. To buy something for what, $17, and you sell it for what, $5.9 million? Wait, really?" That is the figure. So what happened was now Shiba Inu, because Coinbase is listing them on their platform, is kind of like gonna get credibility.
I'll be honest with you, right? Do you know what? It's probably not even. I probably won't even invest in it. I'll tell you why. Because it's. You know how you started when you said the use cases. There isn't really much of a use case. It is just a meme coin, right? Exactly. If it was like a Cardano or a Matic or anything like that, then I could see, definitely, man. You know, and a lot of those coins that get listed on Coinbase, they actually go up in value. Whether this is going to happen with Shiba Inu, you see what it is Coinbase want to get in on the mix, because you know all these exchanges like Binance and Coinbase, because what they saw happening with Safe Moon and Doge, they just want to be part of the action. That's all it is. But you know, to get something like Shiba Inu on the platform, it's nothing more than just having one, what I call a shit coin, just having one shit coin on their platform to say, hey guys, look, we've got a shit coin. Would I invest in it as something that is a viable business that's going to sustain? Hell no.
Shiba Inu, if I can jump in, Shiba Inu is going to be the billionaire's manipulation coin. I'm telling you, you can mark today.
Oh yeah,
you can mark today. It's the billionaire's coin.
It's ridiculous the amount of coin that's available. It's 1 trillion. 1 trillion of Shiba Inu that's available right now. The total volume of it. And for me, the thing is, for example, even if you buy $50 or £50 or whatever worth of it, you'll be like somewhere about maybe 3 or 8 million. I'm like, that's just unrealistic. You buy for £50 and you're getting 8 million of it. But the thing is, it's going live on a Coinbase, so you might as well just get a little sum of it. Let's say 1 million of it, just put it aside just to see how it goes, and it doesn't even cost much. So for me, that's like my take. So I currently have some, and we will see how it goes in terms of value, in terms of price, and we'll see how.
Okay.
It will be you do yourself a lot of good to, if this thing hit and let's say people jump on it tomorrow and it goes boom, because even if it comes close to 0.0001, you'll get a lot of people becoming millionaires, literally.
The same thing can be said for 1 inch.
Sorry, coming?
The same thing can be said for 1 inch.
Exactly. No, I mean 1 inch has something. 1 inch for me, I place 1 inch above Shiba Inu, honestly.
Okay.
I place 1 inch. 1 inch holds much more value. I think. How much is it now?
1 inch. I can go and check.
Yeah.
All right. Let me pop this bubble here. We got another message from Valley Girl. Talk to the people, nice.
Buy Shiba Inu. It's less than a penny. It doesn't matter what other people think. It's less than a penny. Buy some Shiba Inu. It's gonna rise. It's going on a major platform here in the U.S. Trust. Buy Shiba Inu.
Do you know what? I heard the announcement. I heard that horn, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna buy it. Know where I'm gonna get some, man. Yo, it's cheap. The hell, might as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't mind chucking £500 into it.
I don't mind. I think it's good to just get some, and then you just watch, see what happens. If it hits, hey, look. Even if it comes close to making me like £3,000 or £4,000, I take it. I take it and use it to reinvest somewhere else. Buy me some alter coin that's actually has some form of credibility to it. So I mean, and if it does make me a millionaire, hallelujah. So we will see that. But one thing is, I think Coinbase is doing it basically so that they can up their game when it comes to their stocks. Because the stock it went down And now you need to go with the flow of things. So if Shiba Inu is the meal of the meal of the day or the menu for the day, hey, Shiba Inu, hey, people want it. Hey, we put it on
I
the
like
plate.
that.
We put it on the plate. Come have yourself some Shiba Inu. What you want?
Based on what I'm hearing, it's so freaking cheap that, basically, you should just if you can afford it, and it's so fucking cheap, so of course you can afford it. Like, just buy a little Shiba Inu. See what happens in the market over the next coming days. When is it you're saying it's gonna get listed on Coinbase?
Tomorrow. Well,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Thursday. So tomorrow is going.
You guys are providing some fresh knowledge for the people. Get in on it now. Go ahead, sorry, Wilson.
My wallet turns out I already have some. Because I use this automation that buys stuff for me. Turns out I already have some. Nice.
Yeah. I already got some in my crypto.com portfolio. Is there. And I've seen it's made some gains in terms of value wise. Let me quickly pull it up, and then I'll be able to feed you guys with live information. And one other thing that I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys have heard it, but for me, if you ask me which coin or top, let's say 5 coins you think altcoin that you think is gonna really make a difference, I'll go number 1, the Pi coin on the Pi network. People have no idea what's going on. A lot of people go, oh, it's fake, it's a scam, but I'm like,
I am on Pi. Can you so connect with me on Pi, all right? I don't know how many people can you invite to your security circle on Pi.
So the thing is, the moment because I'm already on Pi, it's impossible to invite the same person who was already on the network to join your security network. So what happens is you need fresh, you understand, to be on. And I always tell people that be very careful about those you invite in your security circle, because it's very, very, very dangerous. The reason being that according to the Pi core team, Nicholas and all the other people, they are planning on using the security, your security circle as a means of validation should you forget your account details or stuff like that. So those within your security circle will be notified or sent a message as a validation that you have indeed misplaced or your details or stuff like that. So if you ask someone that you don't know, like for real, you don't know that person, they will send you a message and say, okay, contact this person for this code to validate this. But then here's the case: you don't even know who that person is. You don't even know where the person is at. So you're just gonna lose your account. So
exactly. I wouldn't put people in my security circle that I don't trust. You know what I'm saying? But I'm new to Pi, so I'm trying to find out how this app works. So you can invite people to your security circle, but there's a limit. There's a max limit.
Yes. No. The security circle, you can add as many people as you want into your security circle.
But if they're already in an existing network on Pi, then you cannot add them, right?
No, you cannot. You can only invite new people. Yeah, people who have never been. So the reason why I pick Pi above other networks or other coins is, number 1 is green. So the Pi network works on the same system as the Stellar, and it uses a system called the Byzantine algorithm, which helps it in order to be able to validate transactions. So it works on the proof of stake.
XLM, right? Just for clarification. Sorry to cut you off.
Sorry.
You mentioned Stellar. By Stellar, you mean on the XLM smart contract change, right?
Yeah. Correct.
That's the point. Make sure.
Yeah. So it works on the same platform or uses the same system. So it's green. And one thing about Stellar is the volume of transaction. Bitcoin makes about, I think, 400 transactions per second. Stellar and Pi makes about a million transactions per second. And Pi network works on the proof of stake rather than the proof of work. The proof of work is the one that's the system that Bitcoin uses in order to make coins, in order to make transactions and all that. But that one is energy consuming, so it takes a huge amount of energy. That's why Elon Musk said, he's willing to accept Bitcoin as a means of transaction, as long as the energy is clean energy. And that's why you have all these companies running around right now, going into hydro. Some of them using geothermal, the one with the El Salvador thing, where they said they're going to use the geothermal, which they already have it, which I didn't even know they had something like that. I knew geothermal energy was there, but to convert that to electricity on a large scale, as doing it on a volcano, that's next level stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully the volcano don't blow up, but hey, that's them. So the Pi network, what makes the Pi network unique is the only network globally that has the largest network user base, even when they have not gotten onto the mainnet. So if you have one Pi coin, it's literally $0 and £0, because it have not yet gone on mainnet, but it has a user base of 18 million users. 18 million users. Now the thing is, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm mining Pi, but when can I exchange my Pi? When can I exchange my Pi for money?" And I go,
"Gets listed."
I always tell them, I said, if all you see with Pi network is just, get your coins and convert it to dollars or to pounds, and that's it, you missed it, because it is an opportunity that is brewing up and it's about to go boom, like seriously. Now the reason why I say that is because you see, the Pi network has 18 million people right now that can have, and they are integrating a third-party app, which is they are giving people the opportunity, or developers the opportunity to develop. You can develop an app, link that app to a URL, which is a website. So as long as you own the domain of the website, you can be able to link that, and then you integrate it into the Pi network. Now, when you do that, it means, for example, if you are somebody who is into selling of merchandise, clothes, shoes, bags, whatever, you name it,
digital products,
or even services, you can, once you pass the vetting by the Pi core team, once you pass it, now they're going to put your app on the network, and meaning that you have access to 18.
Have you read the white paper for the Pi network?
Sorry?
Have you read the white paper?
Yeah, I've gone through the white paper.
Have you looked at the legalities currently in the application? Do you have the application?
On your phone?
Yeah.
Do you have the application on your phone?
Yeah, I have the application.
The only problem I have with Pi is the relationship with advertising agencies.
Yeah, so I think with it's only temporarily. A lot of people go, well, I mean, they put advertisement out, true, but right underneath that they've written the option for you to opt out. Now, for me, that alone gives them some form of credibility, in terms of they are not saying whether you like it or not, you're gonna watch advertisement so that we can be able to maintain the service. But what they're doing, they're giving the option. Now, if they were a scam or something like that, and they wanted to just get the money and out, they would just put it out. You watch it. If 18 million people get to watch one advert per day, that's a lot of money. But here's the case.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but when you combine that with closed circles, right?
Yeah.
And the whole mission statement, right?
the data becomes so much more valuable than just us browsing normally, right? So they have this collective data gathering mindset, right? The only dangers becomes to this is when big governments decide to use this as a means of intelligence gathering on the common masses. That's where I see the loophole in, and that's the reason Pi is a bit fishy for me, man. You know what I mean? What's to say in the future they're not gonna sell out our close connections for intelligence agencies or for the benefit of the government?
The verification, the KYC of Pi network is done by a third party app, so it's not even done by them. So it's done by a private KYC company that does those verification of information. But here's the case: for true decentralization of crypto to be, you need to have, especially right now that they have criminal activities that people keep talking about, and I for one, I don't even agree with that, because whether you use cryptocurrency or you use real physical cash, people are always going to do bad one way or the other, and you're going to use the money.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's the whole point of you trying to say, okay, you know what, cryptocurrency is used by criminal? Hey, real money is giving, fiat money is used by criminals. So that alone debunks that statement completely. But the thing is, if there's some form of regulation, which I know America right now is working on with different policies that you need to know who. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know about the recent news where FBI conducted a global investigation. They caught so many criminals. So what they did was that they created an app which they
branded. You're talking about the FBI selling encrypted phones and an application that goes with it. That was distributed by the Turkish guy, Australian, who's currently hiding in Australia. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the one they created. They created an encryption app, which they advertised it as very safe and secure, and the criminals, for some reason, they jumped up on it. So they were monitoring all these.
Oh, you're talking about the first one. Okay, I know I get you. You're talking about EncroChat.
So I've forgotten the name of that.
EncroChat was the first one that got busted. And then the second one recently, just a couple of, I think it's been a week. The second one was the FBI selling encrypted phones with special encrypted messaging apps, which technically were not true. They distributed through this Turkish guy. So there's two. Yeah, one was EncroChat, and the other one I can't remember the name. I just remember the news story. The FBI was selling it.
Yeah. So basically, they got your hands on this stuff, and it led from one thing. So for me, Pi Network doing the KYC and the way they're going about it, and I like that, because fine, you'll be able to, it's going to limit sort of like criminal activities when it comes to the Pi coin. And because you definitely know that if you need to have a close circle, in your close circle there are groups of people who they believe that they are trusting you, that as you know them. So that on its own, but the main thing is, because they are giving out the opportunity for third party app integration with the Pi network. Now, and I'm talking about now, even if you go to the portal now, they've started where they are accepting people's app creation and all that. So they'll verify, they vet it. If it's good, they'll put it on the test net. Then people interact with the app to see how it works. Now for me, my thing is like this. Right now, I'm gearing up for African paraphernalia, bracelets, chains, and stuff like that. I mean, from Africa. So I'm gonna be integrating it, put it on the app, put it on the network, have access to 18 million people, and that will make you more money than you just mining the coin and just saying, because
marketing. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So you have access to free advertisement of the highest level, and that's why I say, people, if you're listening and you're not on the Pi network, the time to go on is now. Get in, I don't know if you guys have you can put up your link code and all that kind of stuff, so that you can get yourself some Pi coin. And at the same time too, if you're somebody who is into business or who has a business mentality like I do, just it's all about create your app, create your website, make it nice, make it dope, own the domain by yourself, get yourself an app developer. It's very cheap. You can go on Fiverr. There's plenty of people who are willing to develop these apps and websites and stuff like that. Make sure you have everything authenticated, and then you just send it straight up to the Pi Network team. If they vet and they verify you, you just have yourself access to 18 million people. And my thing is, even if your website is popping and it's nice, people are gonna come. Even if you get like on the lowest form, even if you get 500,000 people out of these 18 million people who are visiting your site and making a purchase randomly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. So I'm definitely gonna take a look at some of these options. I definitely didn't realize that Pi was this big. I knew they were doing some, I knew they were making some moves in the background, but I didn't realize it was this connected to certain things. But because of, Stanford, I have my eye out on them. So we're still watching them to see how this all plays out. But as you say, the opt-out in the whole advertisement section, that's definitely a plus, because, it gives some form of free choice to the end user, to not be a part of that program. So, you have to give props where props is due. They didn't have to do that. It could have been another scumbag company, and, so, yeah. So if you guys have anything to add, because we're going to close out in like the next 20 minutes. So if you want to add now before we wrap up, please do.
Yeah, man. I'm looking towards the stellar smart chain and smart contracts personally myself, due to the current system that they got going on, which is total refund on all transaction fees. So basically, you can rotate your tokens and your coins, basically transaction fee free, and it's not hard for you to build a cryptocurrency on their network. Just the minimum. Unlimited knowledge of coding. Everything else is just copy pasted onto the platform, and you just choose your name, and then you develop your white paper, and then get your own website type of thing. So I think it's going to rival Ethereum's network and Binance in the near future. By the time to get into it is today.
Okay, so definitely, yeah. So I want to get in on that awareness. So hit me up on the message board. Let me hear about that some more in detail.
For sure. But before you guys close up, I actually got one question.
Please.
Do you guys use any crypto bots for trading or for investment management purposes? I only know the non-retail side of things. I know the corporate side of things. What we use in the corporate world. I don't know about the retail level. So if anyone can
I know the ones for stocks, and but I have no clue whether you have the same function as the ones in for crypto.
You have it on Binance, and you can do it on Coinbase Pro. I've heard, but I just don't know what the procedures of doing it.
Sometimes I wish I could have a bot that could say, okay, you know what, if Dogecoin comes to 0.21, buy. If it gets to 0.23, buy and sell, something like that. And
I think those ones already exist. Those ones already exist on Binance. You can even buy the programs. I'm just looking for something that's more sophisticated than just a normal mainstream software that they are on Google.
Right, well, guys, I'm actually developing one as we speak. There's a couple of things that I'm actually developing, and one is, this was going to be for a later show, so I'll tell you what, I'll talk about this next week. I'll give you guys the highlight of it. So I'm actually building a bot that can actually do all of those things that we're talking about, and actually it'll be able to snipe new coins when they just get put on the exchange, whether it's Pancake Swap or any exchange. So you'll be able to buy the coins as soon as it releases and sell it as soon as it pumps. Because once it gets on the exchange, it comes in literally at the ICO or IDO price, and then it goes up, right? So you'll be able to buy low, sell high. Plus, the other thing that I've actually got in development at the moment
that's big.
Yeah, the other thing that I've got in development at the moment is something so that you can check contracts. Now, you guys been in cryptos for a while, like myself, so you know that there's been a load of rug pulls with, you buy a token and they just take your BNB or Ethereum, whatever one. Well, this will actually go right through the whole contract, tell you exactly whether it will give you a scoring system to tell you whether it's something you should invest in or not. So that's actually going to be out there.
Oh my gosh, that is so useful. Thank you so much for your wow, bro. I'm amazed at the projects you're working on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. There's one app that maybe I don't know if you guys know, but I use it to see the what they call the cryptocurrencies and like how well they're doing. It helps me to determine, okay, don't buy that one because soon it's gonna drop. So like this called a crypto bubble. I don't know if any of you use it or heard of it.
I haven't, no.
Yeah, so it kind of like animates the whole thing that's going on, and it refreshes on a frequent basis. So what happens is, for example, let's say Matic or Polygon, the price is going up and up. It goes, you see like a bubble of Matic with it, and it's like increasing. So the bigger it gets, the likelihood that it's gonna bust, and so the bigger it gets, that's when you don't buy at that point. Because if you jump in and people start taking profits, you have to now wait because you're going to lose. So you look at the potential ones that are smaller and goes, okay, that one is small, that one, the bubble has gone down, it's now coming up again. So you jump in and you ride the wave, basically. Right. And it's all, and it's quite an interesting now. You find it's called Crypto Bubble. Bubble. Yeah. And it's on things. It was on Google Play and Apple Store.
Sounds good, man. Well, listen, just before I go, I've got myself 14,097,605 Shiba Inu. So,
oh my god.
Let's just see what happens.
I can't even look at the number and pronounce it properly, man. I just put 500 pounds and just click the button.
Right.
How much did 14 million cost? I know the rate is ridiculously crazy right now, but
it's $121 I paid. Basically.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, not too bad.
Get yourself millions of Shiba Inu. All you gotta spend is $100 and something. But when the price goes up, you may become a millionaire. Who knows?
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't forget your progress. Just
a quick question just before you go, Crypto King. Me and in the corporate finance world, right, we have something called stock scanners, crypto scanners, right? We work on algorithms and technologies and all that mumbo jumbo stuff that costs millions and shit. There are so many variables, right? That you have to basically punch in the numbers to get your desired outcomes, stuff like that. So the system you're developing, is it similar to that, or is it going to be more automated, less human interaction, or?
It's going to be definitely less human interaction. All it is, because it's actually getting coded with Python. So, like, I know a little bit about Python, but I've got me and my friend that's actually doing it. So basically, we're coding it in Python, and all it is, you're just going to put your numbers in. Yeah. So obviously, you will need to know the price that you want to buy it at. Yeah. You put that in to the buy. It will then, let's say you want to spend like 1 BNB. So it will buy 1 BNB worth of that particular token at that price that you want to buy it at. And then in the next box underneath, you literally say you want to sell it, at maybe I don't know 3x, 5x, whatever it is. What if you think it will get to 5x as soon as it hits the exchange, which most coins generally do, they at least get to 3x. Then you can just you can sell all or sell part of it, and keep some of it in a moon bag for later on, or sell it all and just take the profits.
Right. The thing I was thinking about is more towards like an AI robot that intelligently calculates your funds and calculates the charts and basically make investments for you based on predetermined losses and profits.
Right. Yeah. That's a little bit more so you definitely want algorithms for that. Which do you know what? There are loads of AI bots out there. But the fact is whether they live up to their name is another thing,
Yeah, man. I mean, I've purchased a lot. I actually have a lot of robots, AI. Like, I'm looking into it and dissecting it one by one because everyone claims that I've made something that is good. I mean, I'm just working around the limbs of it, whether it has the same level to what I use in the corporate world. I mean, once it has that kind of legit to it, then you can see kind of makes sense because in the past I've purchased some of these softwares and AIs and stuff. They work well for the first month and then they crash.
Right.
I see. They work for first month and they crash. Seems somebody
6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I like bots. I think they're great. I haven't used one personally, but I've gotten to see, do the research and information. It's on paper.
Yes.
It looks legit. I'm like, okay, if I can go to sleep and let my bot do all the work and be buying and selling, and in the morning you see your profit and everything. They're cool, but I'm always there's an element. It's only doing algorithms, drop, buy, up, sell, that kind of thing. And although it does it, precisely very well, but sometimes I think a human element is required, especially when it doesn't even know the news. And that's what you said. If there can be a bot with an AI level of and like work where it could scan through news and kind of predict that this news is out, price will definitely go down or drop or that kind of thing,
Yeah, man. And, I mean, in the corporate world, they spend millions daily, millions of dollars daily just updating the system every single day just to make sure it's future proof, right? But most of the stuff that we developed, because we don't have the funding to keep maintaining it and to keep up with the market, I mean, so that's where basically we're getting hammered at the funding side of things to maintain this, getting the best creative minds on it. I mean, it's okay to base it on the financial market, right? So basically what my company made was based on stock exchange data for centuries for basically a ton of stock data and stock movement charts, and then the currency market. So they combine those two to make a system that works crypto, but still not efficient as they wanted to be. And when you think about the corporate world, they only achieved about 50% at the moment.
I'll tell you what,
I'm not sure what's happening, but we have a bad echo.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this, I'm going to jump off, guys, right? But
let's wrap up.
In my Forex days, the days that I made the most money was called the non-farm payroll days, right? And those days I would just go on literally just for that. I'd do a little bit of trading in between, but and so with an algorithm that will be able to identify the news, do you know what you have to understand? Because I actually done an AI course. There's a free course that everyone can do called Fast AI, right? And I've actually, I've done a course with them, and it teaches you how to make models and build algorithms and stuff like that. The technology is good, but you have to understand that AI it's whatever data you feed into it, it will then compute. Yeah. So with something which, like, with the fundamentals like the news, unless you actually know what the news is going to be before it actually comes out, it's going to be a little bit hard. And this is why when you get sort of, robots claiming to read the future.
Absolutely, you on the retail side of things. Absolutely, I agree with you. But on the corporate level, 11 years of experience dealing with non-farm payrolls, right? The system that the finance world has developed for that is surprisingly shocking. It is within 30 peeps of accuracy, top and bottom. We're talking about non-farm payrolls. If you've been doing Forex for a long time, you know the crazy movements of non-farm is about 300 peeps, 500 peeps, up and down. But they have developed systems that only hits them about 50 peeps, 100 peeps maximum. We're talking about trillions of dollars being pumped into this during that time period. And when I was at BlackRock institutions for AI and the transition from conventional trading into smart AI trading, I actually seen the human aspect of trading, and they did very well. We're speaking about guys and girls that have been sitting there for like 12 15 years, and we put them against the AIs, and no matter how good we did the job with the robotics, you know what I mean, you cannot train patience within robotics, right? That is where the advantage comes.
Yes.
When you have mind, we can teach them patience, and we can change their mindset. So you can't really program that into AI yet. But the day we can program that into an AI, those days will be scary, man.
Definitely. But you know what? While you were saying that, I'm actually thinking, because with institutions like banking institutions and stuff like that, they pretty much know what the news is going to be before it gets released anyway. So I suppose if you got that amount of information, you can actually program the robot, prior to make certain moves based on knowledge that you already know is going to happen. So in that sense,
we have not heard of. There's at least 5 different types of AI, okay? And what we've been talking about is the ones that humans program the algorithms. That's the basic ones, right? You have sentient types of AI, which is at the top of that list, okay? And everything in between. So, it exists that they're not going to use that for like trading on, the cryptocurrency market, but the technology itself exists,
Yeah, I mean, like, there are different forms of AI. For me, I think the scariest one,
machine learning,
the learning ones. Yeah, those are.
That's the ones I'm talking about. The ones that can learn and adapt automatically. Those are the ones that we are kind of scared of, because it's like if they deploy those, then it's just like the whole free will aspect goes out the door very soon.
Yeah, but they already use that. They're already using it in warfare. Don't get me wrong. If you look at India and Pakistan at the moment, right? Surprisingly, if you look at the Indian side, they still use human beings to physically make a borderline guard, right? And if you look at the Pakistanis, they're like, no, they have transitioned into these little robots, man, like little robots with AK machine guns, and they have actually smart AI stuff. They technology, it's on a whole next level. The level AI is going to be prevalent in warfare, man. You know what I mean? And it's surprising that they actually learned it, or they took the technology from the Americans during this whole decade of war with Afghanistan, and actually refined it into a much better use for their own. You know what I mean? So it's crazy,
all it takes one tech genius who can actually sit down and put some code in it, and once the system is up and running, hey, you got a whole computer that kind of like learns as it goes along, and it kind of like makes its own kind of decisions. Although there are base rules, but it kind of works its way around. There's one thing on YouTube, I think I don't know the name, but where the AI kind of like they set it, and upon repetitive times of playing, you get to see the AI is actually learning, where it's one group is trying to catch the other group and the other group is trying to hide, and they can deploy all forms of whatever information that they have. So they put themselves in a box, surround themselves, and then the other ones learn to jump over the fence. I'm like, this is crazy. And over they learn so many tricks and skills, and they learn to jump at a certain angle. So those are the ones that's very, very dangerous, especially right now that we have the internet of all things.
Yes.
It very, because if an AI gets its hands on the internet of all things and is able to control, and for example is able to learn what hacking and everything's all about, that's it, forget it. It will have access.
That's a dark future we're looking on if that happens. So we're going to end on a positive note. This is cryptocurrency. Thank you all for joining us. This was another wonderful discussion talking about the various crypto options on the market. We mentioned various platforms where you can generate your revenue, trading options, mining options. And next week, we're going to be here once again, same time, same old place. And thank you, Awisness and Einstein Papa, for joining us in the session. We'll be glad to have you back if you're available at this time. We're going to have this show at a regularly scheduled time. It might not be this same day, but it's going to be this time every week. Crypto B King, my brother, big up. Thank you so much for dropping the knowledge of the crypto currency environment, giving us the tips, so we can be ahead of the game. Awisness and Einstein Papa, once again, thank you for sharing and adding to the discussion. And if you guys have anything to say before we close out the show, that's it for me.
No worries, bud. Anytime, if you need knowledge on finance, the world and how it works, conventional finance, digital finance, and even cryptocurrency, just give me a DM and I'll really help. I'm more than happy to help anyone.
Awesome. So we can start a little group if you want. We'll talk about that off air. But yeah, definitely hit me up. Einstein Papa, I added you on Twitter. So network, we're networking. All right. So connect with everybody that is putting out good content. Show some love and appreciation to the content creators. And with that said, Crypto B King, I'm gonna give you the final words before I do the countdown.
Yeah, man. Guys, listen, tune in next week. The show's going to be another big show because there's going to be a lot more stuff that I'm going to be sharing alongside these two well-informed brothers that we got on here, plus researcher. Yo, listen, man, make sure you're here next week.
Yes.
Be there, don't be late.
So, officially, this is a pseudo crypto panel. So just connect off air, guys. We're going to close the show now. And
thanks for having me. All the best to tomorrow to everybody.
Yes. One love, positive energy from Jamaica. This has been Cryptocurrency, and without further ado, we're going to close the show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace out. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, man.